welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on, we're getting bigger and bigger, we're getting better and better. And we are shitting turds, I mean bricks on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. Before I get started, I want to tell y'all to make sure that you are streaming Ain't No Lover Boy FR. Make sure that you are streaming bigger. Make sure that you are doing all those good little things right like that right there. Also, you can pre-order it on Bandcamp. You can pre-order the Ain't No Lover Boy FR and Bigger Deluxe on Bandcamp right now for $3. I really appreciate all the support. It goes directly to me. So yes, we're here with episode 13 of my live series special, and I really want to talk, just about my truth and where I'm at. This episode won't be too long. So yeah, give me 1 second, Lions. So, Lions, I'm in the phase of my life where I'm realizing that people who said I wasn't who I am are having to sit back and watch, They're like, oh shit, he was serious. I'm also in the phase of my life where I feel like, I'm just waking up to certain things, realizing certain things, and it's like I've always been above the bullshit, if I'm being quite frank with you, you know? And by above the bullshit, I mean I've always been, the program. You know that saying like you're not bigger than the program. I actually happen to be. I actually happen to be bigger than the program. I'm so sorry. Um, so yeah, that's just where I'm at with certain things. And I'm just realizing that you can't really trust people. You can't really trust people. You can't really rock with certain people. And I guess when I coming from an environment that I come from, or the environment that I come from, I don't really have too many people I could trust. I don't really trust too many people, so you know, um, that's where I'm at with it. Um, this episode was gonna be about something more serious, but I'm realizing that it's serious, but it's also not that serious. I think it's serious because it's serious, but it's not that serious because it's not that serious. I think sometimes in life we put certain essentially, let me say it like this. I just know I'm getting closer and closer to where I'm supposed to be, and there's certain things that I feel like I need to be candid or open about with as far as my life, and just me realizing like where I'm at, and just thinking about like how I thought it was gonna be. It's like it's not like that. Like I've been carrying around so much weight on my shoulders, and you never know who's going through whatever they're going through in life. So it's like it's okay. It's fine. I think the main thing of this series is making sure that I have discipline and making sure that I accept every part of myself. Because for me personally, with me not accepting every part of myself, it messes with my self love. And when I don't love myself, it messes with how I treat people in everyday life. And when I don't when I don't treat people too good, it's just like it comes back circle. Everything is full circle when it all starts with me. Whatever I put out is what I get back. So if I'm comfortable within myself, if I'm good within myself, I know that that's what I'll get back. Accepting my truth is very important. Like my story is very, very important. It's so many different nicks and crannies of the story. But my story is very, very important. There's so many other people. I'm pretty sure. No, I know it is. It's hella other people who have went through what I went through and who still may go through it. It just is what it is. Um, I think my truth is like really accepting that you have to watch your back sometime. You have to really watch your back. What's up, Limpchi? Oh, Lip Me Chon. Y'all gotta excuse me. I just woke up. I just woke up. So yeah, like I said, accepting my truth, really accepting myself, and learning to love myself. And I think, well, what I feel in my heart, like when I say stuff like I'm gonna accept myself, it's like it kind of like I felt the natural human response is to be like, look like, oh, it's okay, but it's like no, like accepting yourself is great. Learning to love yourself, like it shouldn't be like a negative connotation. It's like I gotta accept myself for who I am. Like accept yourself, love yourself, no matter who like who you are, what you're living with, where you're going, what you're doing, all these different type of things. Like no matter who you are, um, it's a lot of people who have been through a lot of shit, but we all didn't ask for it, So it's just I'm one of those people because of how like rooted and grounded I am. It's like when certain things come or happen in my life, it's like I kind of have this man. It's okay type of attitude because it's like it's life. I can't be. Why am I going through it when there's so many other people who have went through the same thing um, I went through, and the way I talk about it, it sounds as if like it's just aloof or like it doesn't matter. I just carry my pain good. I carry my struggle good. I carry my hurt good. You know, I'm not walking around here trying to capitalize off of what I went through a couple years ago. You know, I don't look like the things that I've been through, but it's not my job to look like what I've been through. It's my job to elevate. It's my job to keep getting more sexy. It's my job to keep doing me, keep being Mason Jyree. That's my job to live. While I'm here. Um, you know what I was saying earlier, as far as just you can't really trust people. Um, it's so many things that I've realized, but I don't want to speak about them just yet, y'all, until after certain things, okay? And it's just like for certain purposes. It's very serious, for certain purposes. I don't want to talk about them right now, but we will talk about them later on. But you have to just watch certain people, whether they're family, friends, whoever they are. And I am having to watch certain people, um, as far as just what I'm building, what I'm working on for myself, and just like my family. If I'm being honest, y'all, I don't trust them. Um, but it's like I'm elevating, I'm doing certain things, I'm doing a lot of great things, but I'm ready to get to a point to where like I'm out of this environment. And it's like it's slowly but surely happening. I'm making a way for myself to get out of this environment, but it's like that's why I tell y'all like to purchase the Bandcamp links to like to get into my music, to purchase and everything like that because it's helping me get out of where I do not need to be. And it's never like to a point where I feel like I'm not safe because I'm always safe, but it's like it's too much. It's it's yeah. So make sure you get in the Bandcamp links. Make sure that everything. If you really rock with me, make sure that you're supporting everything that you can support. Um, so yeah, I really realized, the past couple of days, just a certain people. Because let me be real, my lions who've been rocking with me for the past year, I've went through certain experience that I haven't talked to y'all about just yet. But it's like I've met, certain people, and it's just like I'm just realizing like I was just friends with the devil, laid up with the devil, like being cool with the devil, the son of a devil, the grandson of a devil, the nephew of a. It's like these people are fucking weird. If you get my drift, you know what I mean? Like these people are weird, and I think where I'm at is that I see people for who they are. Like I know evil. I know when a person is not good, and especially not when they're not good for me. And the people that I am around, or that I'm getting away from, they're not good for me. And when I leave this time, and I really elevate from what I built for myself this far, I'm never coming back. I'm never. I'm not giving any of my money up. I'm not giving any of my time up, any of my creativity up for anybody and anything. My main focus right now, y'all, and this is my truth, is accepting myself, like I said, and getting me to a more peaceful place in order to do what I've been doing. I don't know if y'all been noticing the more like the content that I've been having, like me painting and just being in my element. Like that's what I've been focusing on. Getting yeah, because like yeah, that's all I want to say. I don't want to say too much. Um I think I know, and I think I had to overcome so much. So it's like I can feel that something good is about to happen, but it's like because of what everything that I've been through, is like part of me is like stunting it, or part of me is like feels like what's gonna happen, or like what's gonna make this moment not real or make it not good, because I feel like my if I'm being real, I feel like my career is about. I feel like I'm about to pop. I feel like this past year has been very isolating, and I feel like everything is making sense. Like I feel like God is revealing. Fuck, excuse me, Lord, can't even get it out. I feel like God is really revealing to me like who is really for me, who's not for me, right before this massive change and success comes into my life. I'm grateful for it. I'm thankful for it. But it's like I feel it. It's like I feel like I'm about to step into the spotlight. It's like, and it's only what I'm describing right now is that I don't have a mentor just yet, or an artist mentor. But the feeling that I'm feeling right now, I know it's only artists or people who do what I do have like felt this, as far as just like, because it's a certain process. You don't just become viral. Sometime in life you get like things happen and you get removed and then you pop out. Like it just feels like I'm here. My time is now. And I know if y'all really been rocking with me, like I'm pretty sure I've been saying that a lot in the past couple of lives. Like even a month ago, I was like, something just feels different. Like I feel more grounded. Like I'm more here. Like yeah, I feel like I'm about to be seen. Like um, it feels good. But the thing is, with me about to be seen, is that I know it's people who aren't happy. You know, I know it's people who I was close to who aren't happy. That's why I have to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to get away from here. Because my safety is number one priority. You know, my safety is the number one priority for my retainer every morning, y'all. When I first get up, it messes me up. But my safety is my number one priority. Um, so yeah, that's why I'm just making sure that I'm doing what I'm doing what I do, and I'm also making sure that I record everything, that I leave a visible, what is it called, like a digital blueprint, you know. Um, so yeah, that's really just that. That's really just that. Uh, it's so many different. It's so many different. Like I said, just people who I know, close people, and these aren't just like friends. You know, um, an ex friend. I can deal with an ex friend. It's like family members. I can't do anything with an uncle that's hating on me. I can't do anything with so my safety is number one priority as I'm elevating, as I'm stepping into the spotlight. My safety and protecting myself is important to me, and that's where I'm at with it. There's so many things that I will talk about in the future, and by the future I mean the next 2 to 3 weeks after I've, you know, did what I need to do. And by did what I need to do, that means get me to where I'm safe and where I'm at peace. Um, so yeah, it's been a long time coming, a long road for me as far as just my career. If I'm not being, let me be real, it's only been 6 years. Let me stop. The six has felt like 35. I'm not gonna lie, but it's only been 6 years of me. But I've went through so much in my personal life, so much self betterment, I guess you can say, is that I feel like I'm at such a pivotal point to where like my ex and everything is just starting to make sense to me. It's like I'm just realizing certain things like, oh, okay, oh, like it's just a lot of deep feelings of, and it feels good. Like it feels good. Like um because like I said earlier, I feel like I'm about to pop. I feel like I'm in alignment. I feel like for the past 2, 3 days, I feel like I've been in like constant deja vu, you know? And if I'm just being honest with y'all, I don't even read. Let me read some of these comments. If I'm just being honest with y'all, I think from like, I'm not some type of spirit, I'm not a spiritual guru. I'm just happen to be a spiritual artist, a spiritual creative. But I think like before major things happen in your life, it feels like you're living in a bunch of deja vu. And like for the past 2, 3 days, it's been nothing but deja vu on top of everything else that's been playing out the past couple months. So I just feel aligned. I feel I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I feel my blessings, the things that are coming to me, are about to be knocking on my door. Like I feel it. Um, so that's that. And it's like I want to bring in my people. You know what I mean? I want to bring in, I really want to bring in my people, my spiritual people, the people who really rock with me, the people who really rock, with just my beliefs and stuff like that. I think that's very important to me as well, you know. Um, so yeah, back to my truth. My truth, my truth, my truth, my truth, my truth, my truth. Um, it was something that I was just gonna come on here and say. I was just gonna come on here and say, just blur it out, just give the whole story. But I think I want to wait. I think I want to wait and talk about it at a later date. I think I may put it in a music video. I think I may, do something like that. But I think the thing that I have to remember is that I was putting too much pressure on myself to like to talk about it or to speak about it when it's like it's not that deep and I don't need to be putting that much pressure on myself. But there are things that I'm going to talk about, later on in the series. And I think one reason why I'm glad that I'm waiting to talk about it is because when I talk about it, I don't want people to, because when people usually talk about that, it's like, how do I put it? Like, because it's not a, like, it's not a, how do I put it? Like, I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I'm living, I'm great. And I think sometimes when you talk about things like they have like a negative connotation to them, it makes people look at you as like a but no, it's not a baby. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing great. You know what I mean? Um, so that's really where I'm at. But the thing about it, how I'm going to do it, I'm still going to talk about it. I'm still going to bring it up, eventually. But I just don't want to feel like I'm forcing myself to do it. I don't want to do it out of a place of like, oh, I have to say this or I have to do that. It's like, no, I'm gonna take time. Um, I told y'all in a couple episodes ago, I said, it will be in like maybe a music video, something. It's something personal about me that I really want to be open about and candid about. So I may drop it in a music video or I don't really know if I want to put it in my book, because I'm gonna be yeah, I don't know if I want to put it in my book, but it may be in a music video for sure, for sure, for sure. And it's just gonna be straightforward and to the point. You know what it is. Um, and it's like when I say what it is, I don't need sympathy. I don't need tears. I don't need anything like that. Because once I say what I say, I've been dealing with what I've been dealing with for a long time. It's just I'm just now opening up to the world about it. Not the people around me, but the world. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, no need for tears, baby. We've always been in business. We never lost business. Um, yeah, I just want to be real, and me being real, I feel like it will help me, like, open up to, because essentially, like, I just feel like me being real will help me be more of myself. Because when you have certain things that you feel like you have to hide from the world or hide, I think it like makes your brain well, it makes my brain do this like weird little thing. And I feel like for the past couple of years, I've had this wall up, and this wall has caused me not to act like myself or not to be myself, if I'm being honest. So once I really, like I said, accept my truth, to love myself, I feel like we get more of Miss and Jyree. We get the true essence of me. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm ready to get to that point. So yeah. But like I said, no sympathy, no woe is me. It isn't like this was a last week or 6 months, a 6 month ago type thing. Like no, this is something um, I've been dealing with. But it's like I just want to be candid about it, not because I have to, but because I want to. You know. Yeah. So that's really just that. And one thing I can say while I'm on here is that guidance. Like, when you're young and you don't have guidance, it doesn't matter if whatever your sexual orientation is. But when you're young and you don't have guidance, you're bound to fuck up. It's that simple, you know. And I trusted some people who I shouldn't have trusted. I'm taking full accountability, for my actions, even though those people weren't real and candid to me about their life or whatever they had going on. I trusted some people, a person who I shouldn't have trusted. Me being young, dumb, yeah, so it's like but it's a part of life though. Like I told you earlier on the live, I'm not one of those people when things happen to me in life. It's like, oh my god, 3, 5 years later, I'm still, oh my god, like it's like it happened. I accept it. I acknowledge it. I move on. I really do, because what can I do? And it's sad to say, but before what I'm talking about right now happened, I had been through so much in life. I mean, that was nothing but the icing on the cake. But the true icing on the cake was about 2, 3 weeks ago when I just broke down. Like I was tired of holding everything in. I was tired of from the molestation to everything that I've been through in my life. I was tired of holding everything in. And that the thing that I'm gonna talk about in the next couple of weeks, like how I said it was just the icing on the cake. Like that was the one that hurt me the most. Like it because it's like why me? You know, like why me? It's like, and it's like I've already been through a lot. I already had been through a lot as a kid, or just certain stuff. Why me? Like, why me? And I think as I lay here on that floor, on this floor right here, sprawled out. I literally was crying so hard. This was about a week ago. I was I hyperventilated, and I passed out. If I'm being honest, because like I've had been holding in so much, and I haven't had anybody to talk to about it at all. For years. So like you just gotta imagine the mental toll, everything that I've been carrying around. I'm not gonna lie, when I woke up, when I came to, I felt so much better. But it's like the pain in my heart. Give me 1 second, y'all. The pain in my heart that I felt just for the younger version of me who just went. I, I had to just accept that and keep living and keep going. And I was so young and nobody was there for me. The pain that I felt in my heart for that version of me, and but also at the same time, the happiness, how proud I am of myself, like how much I've overcome. It was just so much, so many emotions. But it's like that is one of those things you will ask like, why me? I mean, I can see if I'm real. I'm real. If I had lived my life, shitty or horrible, mean to people, rude. I had took so much shit from people all my life, and then that happened. Wow, wow. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So, I had took so much shit. I had been through not took so much shit, but I had been through so much shit. Already in life. This is like the conversation that I'm having like to God. Like I already been through so much shit. This can't be real. This can't be real. Like this can't be real. And I told myself about a week ago, it's real, Mason. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's real. Um, I think my thing is I was, tying it all back to my attractiveness. Well, if this is this, am I not attractive? You know, you know what I mean? Because see, sometimes in life, when you go through certain things, it's kind of like what it, it's kind of like what essentially what I'm saying with what I had went through. It took a hit to my attractiveness because I'm like, well, who's gonna fuck with me? You know what I mean? Who's gonna fuck with me? Who's gonna want me? And even though that's bullshit and it's delusional and stuff like that, but yeah, I just I tied everything. I had a habit of tying everything that I've been through to my self esteem, or tying it to my looks, or tying it to my confidence, or tying it to to stuff like that. I had a bad habit of like just everything that I've been through, and specifically what we're talking about in this moment right now. Um, I tied it to my confidence. I said, well, if I have this going on, who's gonna want me? Who's going to I said, like who in hindsight, that's complete bullshit. You know what I mean? It's complete bullshit because all the niggas want me. The DMs got more opened up when I became more real about my life than before, babe. You know? So that's that, and I've always been real about everything that I've been through and what I'm dealing with to everybody that I've needed to be real to. But like I just haven't been real to the world. So, we're looting right now. We're looting right now. We're looting. But with that being said, I will see y'all tomorrow morning for episode 14. Let me get my notebook real quick. Because tomorrow morning we are going to talk about we're gonna switch it up a little bit. I really want to get to my people who my spiritual algorithm, my astrology algorithm. I want to talk to those people a little bit. So that's what I'm looking for. So tomorrow we're gonna be talking about astrology for the next 5 episodes. Now this right here, I'm gonna be real. This is episode 12. It's entitled "My Truth." Right? If you know, you know. For right now, if you know, you know. All right. What's understood don't need to be said. Okay? So we moving forward. I'll address it again in a music video, in an upcoming music video, okay? Um, so that is that. Now, for the next 4 or 5 episodes, we are talking about astrology. Okay, we're talking about astrology, and I don't know if I'm going to go back and get deep into what I was going to get deep into. I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it a different way. Like I said, I'm going to put it in a music video, or do something like that. But I'm not going to get deep and personal like that on here. Like, I mean, it's not about me being on here. It's just about the fact of like, no, no. I think the place of where I'm doing it from a place of like just feeling depressed and down, and it's like, no, I want to be more happy when I speak about it. You know what I mean? So tomorrow we're going to talk about astrology, because believe it or not, Mason Jyree, I'm an astrology fanatic. I'm sorry, astrology is damn near my religion. um, but we don't do religion over here. So yeah. um, so tomorrow we're going to talk about astrology. The next couple episodes, I just really want to put y'all on game a little bit, as far as so y'all can know how to read y'all birth chart, because one of the main reasons, or one of the main how I got like this is like looking at my birth chart. When I first started astrology or whatever, me reading my birth chart, and it just made me understand myself more. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about astrology, the first house, the planets. I'm gonna give it to you quick, simple, and like that teacher who wants to teach but doesn't. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. for episode 13. Let's talk astrology. Episode 14, we're doing the houses 1 through 6. Episode 15, we're doing 7 through 12. We're going to talk about the planets and everything like that. So hopefully by the next end of the 5 episodes, you will have a gist of like how to like read your birth chart, and how to like read your birth. Because I'm telling y'all, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if you're Christian, Buddhist, whoever. When you read that birth chart, you're gonna see something about yourself, and you're gonna be like, "They're right. That's true. That's true." So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Starting tomorrow morning. This is something that I really, really am really excited to get into. Um, I think I want to make sure that I write some good points down, though. And by good points, I mean like just making sure that I'm giving y'all the information thoroughly, clearly, so y'all can understand it. Because this like so my thing, to where like I would give tests. Y'all, at one point before I really full time started doing what I'm doing now. I literally was thinking about like starting some like type of like a college, like astrology college course, and like teaching it. Like I know, uh like I said, this is before I started doing what I'm doing now, but I was like, I know for a fact I could teach the hell out of an astrology class. Like, just and it's crazy, like I think once, if anybody was opposed to it, I think once you open yourself up, and we're gonna talk about this more on the next episode. So yeah, once you open yourself up more to just things beyond you, once you open yourself up more to things beyond you, like astrology, numerology, it will like it'll concur a change within you. And it doesn't matter who you are, what religious background you have, and all that stuff like that. Because I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be honest with you. Never mind. Another conversation for another day. All right, listen, guys. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. 10:30 a.m. for episode 13. We're going to talk about astrology. We're going to get into some things. Very, very, very excited. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have not purchased my upcoming EP on Bandcamp, do that. It supports me directly. We are in the process of getting me in a more peaceful environment. So yeah, 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 yeah. I love y'all. Keep it hot, keep it spicy. I'll see y'all very, very soon. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning, by the way. Tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. sharp. Y'all better be here for episode 13. Wait, wait, wait. Is this episode 13? Y'all, I got so much stuff coming out right now. The numbers are mumbo jumbo. I will see y'all tomorrow morning at 10:30. I love y'all. Keep it hot, keep it spicy. And I won't